I'm beat. Today is Black Friday, and I just got back from exploring retail demand firsthand because I've been reading retailers' earnings calls, Best Buy, Target, Walmart, Macy's, you name it, to try to understand what's going on with retailers at the corporate level. But I like to understand both the office and in person. Just like my father-in-law used to say, if you want to close a deal, you do it belly to belly. Now, let's talk about what I saw when I went out and how it aligns with what, or doesn't align, with what I heard in earnings calls, and let's talk about what this means for the Federal Reserve. Now, since it is Black Friday evening, I want you to know the following updates. First, 60% off coupon code, it's Black Friday. That means it expires tonight. I'm probably going to be up for about the next 12 hours because I've got to drop the Elite Hustlers course. So after I post this, I'm going to finish organizing the Elite Hustlers course and make sure that gets posted on time today. I promised it would get dropped today. So I got 2 hours left and I got a big cup of coffee brewing and it's 9:47. So I guess I have actually 2 hours and 13 minutes. Lucky me. With that said, let's get into the content of the video. But do keep in mind, if you buy those courses linked down below, you're guaranteed the best price and you get lifetime access. Honestly, if you find somebody who you think works harder than me, buy a course from them. But I highly encourage you to check out. If you like real estate investing, I got something for you. Do-it-yourself property management, I got something for you. Making YouTube videos, real estate agent, stocks and psychology of money, or making more money as an entrepreneur, either as an employee or a new employee or a side hustle business or a main hustle business, there's something for you. All right, let's get started. Links, by the way, metkevin.com/join. So I went to Best Buy with Jack. That was my first stop. And when I first went into Best Buy, I saw what I had actually been hearing in multiple calls, and that is that air fryers are expected to be popular this season. And I swear the first two people I actually saw in the line that had stuff were either carrying an air fryer or about to pick up an air fryer to get into the line. There were a lot of lines at Best Buy, and Best Buy looked packed. The parking lot was slammed. But I'll tell you this, people didn't really actually seem to be buying that much stuff. Like usually on Black Friday, and look, when I was a child, through teenager, through when I met Lauren, I was the Black Friday man. Or kid, okay? I would be the guy who would go to the midnight Black Friday. Because they didn't do Thanksgiving back then. It was midnight. You go to the midnight rush at the mall and everybody's slamming everybody. It's like an alley in South Korea, okay? Then, it might be too soon. Then you go to the 5:30 a.m. sales at like BrandsMart, which were always freaking insane. And then you go to the Best Buys, the Comp USA, the Circuit City, and all the other stores that are basically bankrupt, like Blockbuster. Anyway, it was fun. But back then, people had carts full of stuff. That's when you bought everything. Now, in fairness, we didn't do online as much back then, so that could be shaving off some of this. In fact, when I spoke with somebody outside of the Banana Republic, one of the security individuals, because there was a long queue of individuals trying to get inside of it, they mentioned that a lot of people were actually ordering online because they were either frustrated with what was going on in store or they were ordering online and then coming to pick it up in store. And so they had a queue out the door because they didn't have enough staff to process all of the demand. That's what I heard from Banana Republic. But boy, oh boy, when I looked into Best Buy a little bit deeper, whom of course I had Jack accompany with, or where of course Jack accompanied me with, which was super fun. It was nice to bring Jack around and tell him what I was up to. And you know, he was showing me his stuff that he was interested in. I was showing him my stuff I was interested in. And boy, what I was shocked by was it was 5 o'clock and look at the frickin' inventory. Holy smokes. I don't know what they were prepared for here, but these are a lot of TVs. I'm gonna ask about this. This is a madhouse of inventory. I'm gonna show you clip after clip after clip here of just inventory, inventory, inventory. Everywhere you look, inventory. And it's 5 o'clock. So I asked one of the individuals who seemed like they were a manager, and they said they had gone through 50% of their TVs. And I looked around, I go, really? I mean, your back shelves are stocked and you're still stocked out there. It's like, yep, 50% sold. And I'm like, all right, looks like you still got some more work to Dude, I don't believe it. I mean, sure, when I got there, one person was walking out with a TV, but this is an insane amount of inventory. You want computers? We got computers. You want printers? We got printers. You want Alexa stuff? We got Alexa stuff. There was so much crap everywhere, and it made me look at the store, and I'm like, this is what deflation looks like. Look at all these TVs. Roku wants to get in this business. Roku thinks they're going to be competitive, competing against 75-inch TV, $529 for a 75-incher. We're about to see the gnarliest price discounts in January. My expectation, I think retailers are going to go, holy, and pardon my French here, okay? Plug the children's ears. Holy shit. We ordered way too much crap. Because it's insane. I mean, the aisles are overflowing with stuff. And I like, back in the old Black Friday days, that stuff was gone by like 10 a.m. Like, the shelves were bare back in the days. Not today. In fact, I just came back and I read a Bloomberg article about this. And the Bloomberg article talks about U.S. shoppers kick off holiday season with a muted Black Friday. U.S. retailers discounted heavily on Black Friday to clear out bloated inventory, but spending was more cautious. Many had heavy inventory, misjudging the erosion in demand by buyers. A retail consultant interviewed by Bloomberg said it's a win, but not where retailers want sales to be. Adobe indicated Thanksgiving sales were up 2.9%, but adjusted for inflation, that's a loss of over 5%. And when I went through the outlet malls, I asked as many stores as I possibly could, where I also couldn't find parking, which, by the way, there weren't even that many people that I could tell that were actually actively, like, with bags. I mean, there were some, but I thought there would have been way more people with actual, like, bags and stuff. Nope. And so when I asked at stores, I go, hey, like, why a queue? Why is there a line to get in the store? I mean, I even looked in some of the stores, and I'm like, the store doesn't look that busy. What's going on? Like, let people in, let them buy. And they're like, we don't have the staff because people are going in, they're grabbing stuff, and then they're making a mess, and then we need somebody to come clean it, and then we can invite more guests in because we don't want to give a bad impression. And I'm like, well, this ain't how we used to do Black Friday. You should see how Black Friday used to be done. You know, I feel like I'm starting to sound like an old person who's like, well, back when gas was below $1, which I did that in a live stream this morning. I'm like, I remember gas when it was 97 cents for a short time when I was 7 years old, which, gosh, that was about 23 years ago. So that was like 1999. How wild is that? That was at Disney World. We had just driven 4 hours, and my dad's like, under $1, baby, I won the lottery. We had like zero money back then, okay? Zero. I mean, like, going to, it was Disney World because it was Florida, but like, that was scraping paycheck to paycheck savings together. It was tough. Yeah, I'll never forget that time. That was tough. All right, well, story time can come a different time. That's going to make me emotional. Anyway, so then I went to Walmart, and I'm like, okay, well, Walmart was bragging about sales, although most of their sales were in grocery because obviously, like, you know, Best Buy, like 50% of Best Buy's revenue comes from personal computing and phones. Dude, the shelves are full of that crap. And, like, I don't see people buying. It's crazy. I mean, people are looking at the washing machines. I don't see anyone wheeling them out. I mean, maybe they're on order, you know, I don't know. But let me just say, what I saw looked like deflation. And I'm like, I'll go to Walmart. Let's see what's going on over there. And I look at the TV aisle, and they have a ton of TVs stocked everywhere too. I mean, they got junk stacked everywhere. Even in the little Christmas aisles and stuff, they got stuff stacked. And then I look, and I'm like, oh man, they still have all of the TV mounts stacked up on the sides. It's like nobody's buying. And I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh. I mean, unless they just want everything to look plentiful so you take it and think you're getting a good deal or something like that, and this is all like a mirage. These companies have way too much stuff. They can't get rid of it. I don't think they can get rid of it profitably. I think this is a red flag season for retailers. I think this is a bad situation for retailers. On top of being a bad situation for retailers, I think January, we're going to start seeing businesses go, F it. We got to clear this inventory because otherwise it's going to stagnate and then we're going to lose. And then you're going to see a race to the bottom. And that could lead to some really insane levels of Cathie Woodian style deflation coming Jan to March. I don't know if we're going to be clear by December yet, but December CPI numbers are going to pick up Black Friday. Discounting time. Yeah. And and Cyber Monday. I would not be surprised if retailers are like, holy crap, Black Friday was not good for us. Cut prices more. Which is actually very bullish for maybe not necessarily consumer goods stocks. Probably not very bullish for those earnings at all. But for the stock market overall, potentially quite bullish. But I think that all of the optimism about retail, misplaced. Very, very misplaced. This was not good what I saw. But you can see yourself. I'll put the clips. I actually edited. I spent some more time editing this video. Actually, I'm kind of saying that as if I already did it. I actually haven't actually edited the video yet because I'm still filming the video. But, by the time you watch it, I'll have edited it. And I, I'd like some compliments because usually I don't do this. All right. Thanks, y'all. I appreciate you. Happy Black Friday. metkevin.com/join. I'm probably going to be up all night, so it's going to be a bit before we change the pricing for Black Friday. But check out as soon as you can, and I'm going to make it worth your while. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. All right, Jack. Well, you have a lesson for everybody. Go ahead, Mr. Sunkissed Lips.
Clouds are not solid, but they are clouded.
Ba-da-bop!